Welcome to sunny South Florida. It's a good Saturday morning. The temperatures are in the low 70s and the 5-3 coach pitch Expos are set to square off against the mighty Mussels. The Expos are 2-0 against the Mussels this season, with their last victory coming against them on March 29th with a 19-12 win. Let's take a look at these Expos defensively as we start to get underway here. We got Lucas on the mound, Malcolm behind the dish, Johnny at first, Bennett at second, Everett over at shortstop, and Granger, a new addition, over at third. And that one is put into play over towards Granger. He makes the throw to first base, and it's not in time. Good job by Johnny coming off the bag to save that fella from getting further. So we got one on with nobody outs here early on in this ball game. The Expos are the home team here. As mentioned, they are 5-3, squaring off against the mighty Mussels with an unknown record. Next little fella is getting ready to take the box, and we're underway. First pitch is a strike. Next pitch is also a strike. He's down in the count 0-2. Third one, it's batted into play there along the third base line and just squirts through over there by Granger at third, and they're setting the fella from second all the way on to third. Good job getting the ball in. So now we've got runners on the corners here with nobody out. And the next mighty Mussel steps into the box. That one is swung on and missed. And that one is popped up. Lucas is making a play on it. He's got the snag. The runners are confused. He stares him down. He looks towards first. He throws it to Johnny. It's a double play. Holy moly. And the Expos have two away. Excellent job, fellas. Now we've got two outs with a runner on third. Boy, it's rare to see a double play here at the coach pitch level, but those guys executed flawlessly. Lucas made the play, relaxed, looked around, and made the right call, throwing to first. And the next mighty Mussel steps into the box, and he swings that one on and fouls it off. Here comes the pitch. They sit down the line, and that one is also fouled away. He's quickly behind the count, 0-2. Here comes the pitch, and that one is wisely taken for a ball. It's a 1-2 count. Next pitch, another rapid fire ball, and now we got 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is the payoff money pitch, and that one's a ball. Now keep in mind with this coach pitch format, they only get 5, and after 5, if the batter doesn't swing, he's automatically out. But it looks like the Expos coach is giving him a little grace and letting him take another one, and he bloops it right up the center. That one's over to Lucas, who bobbles it and can't hang on, and the Mussels played their first run of the game 1-0. Well, that was awfully nice of the Expos coach to give those fellas an extra crack at it, and they made them pay. Next guy steps into the box, and he takes a wicked cut. It looks like he can really lay into the ball here. Let's see what he's got on the first pitch. And it's a hard smack through the gap over towards right center. The fielder makes an excellent play, throwing it in and checking the runner up at first and third. Great job getting that ball in. And holding those mighty Mussels to just 1 run as of now. And the next little mighty Mussel steps into the box here. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Malcolm tosses it back to the pitcher, and here comes the pitch. That one struck well, but it bounces foul. He's quickly down in the count, 0-2. The outfielders get back into position. And Malcolm, the catcher, needs a quick visit from the equipment manager over there. He's back in the game. Here comes the pitch, the windup. It swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll retire the side. The Expos are up 1-0 after the top of the first.
What did you say?
And welcome back, everybody. Here we are in the bottom half of the first. Mighty Mussels are up 1-0. Now let's take a look at these Expos offensively here. They're boasting an impressive 67 runs over the last 4 games, although that wasn't enough for them to win them all, as they are 2-1. Sorry, 3-1 over their last 4 games. First up is Everett. Now he's boasting an impressive 742 batting average, and he takes on another quick strike here. He's got speed and power, an excellent leadoff hitter, absolutely everything you'd want in the leadoff hitter. But he's quickly behind in the count. 0-2 here as they got Coach John on the mound throwing from the knee. That one's a little bit high, and he tries to fight it off, but swings and misses, and that'll be 1 up, 1 down for the Expos. Stepping into the box next is Bennett. Now Bennett is a switch hitter. He can hit lefty or righty. He'll switch his bats too, between a drop 8 and a drop 10. It looks like he's going with the drop 10 right now. Bennett also has an impressive batting average at .680. Here comes a pitch. It's a little bit high. He takes a cut and misses. Strike 1. Another pitch, and that one's also fought off. Strike 2. And we're quickly down to an 0-2 count here. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that retires the first 2 batters. No easy feat against this hard-hitting team. Up next, we've got Granger. As I mentioned, he's playing third base today, starting at third, a relatively new position. And he's also got a rather impressive batting average, leading the team with an .889 average. He takes the first one and misses. The second one is also swung on and missed. Or was that a practice swing? He takes another cut and misses, and he's quickly behind the count 0-2. Boy, I don't know when the last time I've seen the Expos go 3 up and 3 down here. Right down the middle, and that one is fought off. There's another good smack, and that one will drop in. A powerful hit, and we've got 1 on with 2 outs. Up next is Johnny, the cleanup hitter. He's boasting an .857 average and a 2.183 OPS with an impressive 1.321 slugging percentage. He likes to swing a Marucci Cat X drop 8 bat. His dad tells him, listen son, you should be able to whip this thing around like a toothpick. You're doing yourself no service by swinging them ultralight featherweight bats, and I think it pays off. Another wicked cut, and he's down 0-2. But boy, when he can get a hold of it, he can really drive it. Let's see what he does here with the 0-2 pitch. He steps into it, lays into it, and cranks one to left center field. That one is going back, and it'll drop in. Johnny's rounding first and coming for second for a stand-up double. Granger's rounding third. Looks like coach is going to send him. He slides into home. A beautiful slide indeed, and this game is knotted up at 1. A little 2-out rally going. What a pop. Let's see if we can continue with Jackson, another power hitter, an absolute speedster.
All right, now bring him in. Brody.
Here comes the pitch, and he takes a wicked jump and a cut. That one was way outside. He still got a piece of it. The next one is blasted into the outfield. Jackson rounds first, coming for second. Johnny comes trotting home, and it's 2-1. And Johnny comes marching home again. That is the 14th time he's bounced across the plate this season, and boy, what a rip by Jackson. Almost taking the coach's head off there with that line drive straight back up the middle. Next up, we got Lucas.
Good cut.
He takes a big swing and a miss. Runner on second, 2 outs. Expos up 2-1. And Lucas has an absolutely beautiful fluid swing here. Let's see what he can do with the second one. He swings it and he misses, and it's 0-2. Where Coach John pitching behind the mound just doesn't seem to have his best stuff here. The third one, and he cranks it into left center field. That's a solid line drive. They're sending Jackson. Lucas rounds first. Jackson crosses home, and they're up 3-1. Lucas with a stand-up double, and Jackson high-fives his brother Chase. Boy, that's neat to see. A couple of brothers crossing the plate here and slapping each other 5. Nothing better in baseball as far as I'm concerned. Families getting together and having a good time. Here comes Chase, the first pitch. It's a wicked cut, a swing and a miss for strike 1. The second one, he steps into it, he drills it, and that one is hooked foul. Chase is behind the count 0-2. He swings and just catches a piece of that one. Nope, it's a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll retire the side. That'll do it for the first. Expos up. All right, welcome back. Here we come to the top of the second. And it looks like we're keeping the same positions defensively for the Expos here. And that Mussels coach is warming up the catcher, Malcolm, and he made a fine catch there. Looks like they're about ready to go. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Here we are at the top of the second, and the Expos are up 3-1. Here comes the first mighty Mussel. And here comes the pitch. It's well struck down the first base line. Johnny quickly gobbles it up, hustles over to the bag, and we quickly have one away. Smart play. That was a well struck ball, well fielded, and all around good hustle. The next mighty Mussel steps into the box. Here comes the pitch, and that one's cut away foul. Here comes the pitch, and that one is well struck. A line drive down the third base line, and it just squirts out of the third baseman's glove. Nice job indeed by Granger, putting a glove on it and knocking it down. Saving undoubtedly would have been an extra base hit. And Granger is getting some praise from the crowd and from the coach for a smart play. Way to put a glove on it and knock it down and keep that to just one bag. Here comes the next Mussel, and he wisely takes that one for a ball.
Malcolm, get that throwing hand behind your back, buddy. There you go.
Got a runner on first here with 1 out. Here comes the next pitch, and that one is fouled off. 1-1. Here's another hard hit right up the middle. Lucas can't hold on, and the crowd shrieks with delight. We got runners on first and second now. 1 away. That was just a hard hit ball. Next fella steps up into the box, and he takes a practice swing. He takes a first pitch for a ball. Next pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. And another one, it's 1-2. He takes that one for a ball. And he cranks that one over to the pitcher. Nice play by Lucas. He looks over to third, but nobody's there, and he wisely holds on to it. The bases are juiced now with one away. That was a great play by Lucas to hold on to that ball. Looked over to third, no one was there, and it was wise just to hold on to it. Not force an error with an errant throw. We've got the bases juiced here. The next Mussel steps up. And he fights that one off. 0-1. Here comes the pitch, and that one's also fought off foul. 0-2. The third pitch swung on a miss for strike 3, and we've got 2 away. Bases juiced with 2 outs. Mussels down 3-1. They're looking for another 2-out rally, and the next fella steps into the box. He swings on and hits it. It's a blooper back to the pitcher. He looks home as the coach hollers, "Throw it to first," and it's 3-2. Another good stop by Lucas, but just nowhere to go. Got to think about this, fellas. You throw it to first, you make an easy throw and catch, and the inning is over. Now it's 3-2. The bases are still juiced. Next one is hit to Lucas. Now he looks over. He wisely throws it to first. A good stretch and snag by Johnny, but it is just not in time. We're all knotted up at 3 in the top of the second. That was a good field, good pitch and catch, good stretch by the first baseman, but just not in time. Great hustle down the line. Base is still loaded with 2 away. Here comes the pitch. And it's cracked down the third base line. Granger gobbles it up, makes an excellent play and break on the ball. He runs over and steps on the bag, and we've got 3 outs. After the top of the second, we're all tied up at 3. And we're back. And we're back here in the bottom of the second. We got a pitching change here. We got Coach Anthony towing up the rubber and coming from the wind-up. Former pitcher, he's really got the stuff and the juice to make things happen. On steps Merrick. He swings at the first one and misses for a strike. Next pitch is swung on and missed foul. Merrick's boasting a .560 average with 5 RBIs. He can really put the wood to the bat when he needs to. We'll see if this pitching change sparks a little bit of offense here in these Expos. As mentioned, they've been solid on the previous few games. 60-some-odd runs, and Merrick cranks one right up the middle. It's a tough play at first, and the first baseman just can't hang on. That's good hustle and way to get on board there. Boy, that was a real tough play, and a good job by the first baseman making that stop. And we've got nobody on here. Sorry, 1 on, nobody out, and Wes is stepping up to the plate. Wes is boasting a .640 average with 6 RBIs on the year. He swings and takes a crack at that one. It's over left center over the shortstop's head, and this pitching change is paying early dividends. We've quickly got 2 on and nobody out. Tremendous hit. Next fella stepping into the box is Malcolm. He's 1 for 2 on the year. That's right, batting .500 with 6 RBIs. He cracks one foul. 0-1. Here comes the pitch. And he takes a swing and a miss for strike 2. Here comes the third one, and that one's hit hard down the first base line. A nice play by the first baseman, but it moves the runners over. Got 1 away and 2 runners in scoring position. Just an excellent play by the first baseman there, knocking that one down, running over, scooping it up, and stepping on the bag. Next into the box is Clayton. Now he's got a huge fan base. Pretty much every game, the loudest cheers are coming for Clayton. He's batting .227 with 3 RBIs on the year. He steps into that one and rips it down to the third base line. It squirts into the green grass past the infield, scoring 1 and moving the runner over to third. And now coming home, scoring 2, nearly doubling his RBI output for the year. And the crowd goes wild. It's 5-3 Expos with 1 away. What a hit. Good job, Clayton. Boy, it's nice to smack the leather over all the way into the green grass. That's got to be a great feeling. And now we're coming up to the top of the order here. Mighty Mussels are going to have to start digging in here with the leadoff hitter Everett coming up. Anthony wings it over the plate, and Everett takes that first one for a ball. 1-0. Next one's also a miss. 2-0. Here comes the third pitch, and it's 3-0. A real hitter's count here. They can't walk him, so we better serve him up something nice. And Everett rips it over the second baseman's head. That one's a single. Clayton coming around second, wisely stopping there. Next up is the switch hitter Bennett, and whoops, looks like he forgot his helmet. We'll be standing by for a moment while Benny comes on over and gets his helmet. We hope you're enjoying today's ball game, because we sure are enjoying having you here. It is just a beautiful day. Hardly ever do you get near summer and temperatures in the low 70s with a nice cool breeze. All right, on steps Bennett, and we're underway here with the first pitch taken for a ball.
Look, Caden, Hunter, look, Caden, out there.
Pitch number 2,
Yes.
and he smacks it foul.
Look at Caden. Hunter, you see Caden?
1-1, 1 away.
Come on, Caden. Oh, yes,
And he smacks it over to the shortstop. The ball squirts towards third, and Clayton takes advantage, and he heads. Whoop, he squirts away from the third baseman. Clayton heads home. And he's safe. The catcher misses the ball, and the runner advances all the way to third. It's 6-3 Expos.
All right, 1-2. Bring him home.
Holy moly, what a fortuitous chain of events for the Expos. Grab the 6-3 lead here. Next up is Granger. He takes a few wicked practice cuts, and when Granger is up, the other team is in danger. He takes a hit. The coach dances out of the way. It's right up the middle, and now it's 7-3.
Caden, you gotta keep that glove down, man.
7-3 with runners on first and second. And here's a guy you don't want to see at the plate with runners in scoring position.
Caden.
Here's Johnny swinging that drop 8/30-inch Marucci Cadex 2 bat. He takes a wicked cut. That one's a little bit high. You can't quite catch on to it.
You ready, Caden?
0-1. Next pitch, he swings and it's 0-2. He steps and lays into it. He pops it up, and it just drops in over the second baseman's head. The runners wisely tag up, and now they take off. Johnny's on first. Runners advance to second and third. Got the bases loaded with 1 out. And another guy you don't want to see with the bases juiced.
Bring them all home.
In steps Jackson. He wiggles the bat around. He steps up. He takes a crack at it. That's a hard hit ball over to the shortstop. Holy moly, what a tremendous play by the shortstop. You don't see a snag like that every day.
Good base running.
That's a 12-year-old snag in an 8-year-old league. Excellent work by the shortstop, and quite frankly, a smart play by the base runners to tag up there. Not often do you get that kind of commitment and focus for the base runners to tag up there with 1 out on a hard hit ball.
Send it all the way
But they did, and it probably saved them another chance here. Here comes Granger, first swing. I'm sorry, Lucas is up. He takes a crack at it, and that one is a strike. Fights off the second pitch. We're at 0-2 here. The third one is wisely taken for a ball. It's 1-2. The fourth pitch is no better than the third, and it's 2-2. But here comes the money pitch. This is the last one, so we better take a crack at it. It's not a very good pitch he had to swing, though, and they strand 3. It's 7-3 after 2. Expos on top. All right, here we're back here in the top of the third. We've got some defensive changes to announce for the Expos with a whole new infield shuffle. Everett's taking first. We got Jackson moving over to third. Merrick at second. And a new fella behind the dish, and we are well underway here. That's 2 pitches. Here comes the third. The fourth one, and this is the money ball. Gotta put it over the plate here. Have a swing. Oh, jeepers, and that's a free out for the Expos. 1 away.
I think he's been working.
And the Mighty Mussels will walk it out as per the song, and we got the second guy up here.
Malcolm, get up! Get up! Came your way last time. Be ready, outfield. Matt. Get those guys
First
behind
one is
you.
swung on and missed. Second one's tap foul. A hard hit up the middle. The coach dances out of the way, and that is a well-earned single.
That's it. Hold him to 1. Hold him to 1. Good eye, guys. Get your glove down.
Nicely done, and boy, that is kind of a tough play to make back there at pitcher. You got the ball bouncing, you got coaches diving out of the way. It can be hard to keep track of that one. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that one. Next fellow steps up. It's a hit to third base. We're going to have 2 on with 1 out. Fouls it off. Another one, poke foul.
Clayton, get off the ground!
It's a hard hit to the pitcher. He puts a glove on it. He spins out of his glove. He steps and throws to third. The throw is high. 1 comes home, and it's 7-4. The Mussels are strong-arming their way back into this one here.
Hey, get up for JD!
It's 7-4 Expos here in the top of the third. Swung on and missed. That one's cranked over to third. Jackson's got a beat on it. He scoops it up, puts the tag on it. As another one comes across, it's 7-5 with 2 outs.
Come on, Expos. Shut him down. Get the sure out.
All right, first and second one.
Coming to you, John.
You ready, Johnny? Glove down.
Wise take for a ball.
Good cut.
And that one's poked foul.
You ready, Jackson?
The third pitch. It's bounced over to the pitcher. He fields it cleanly. Takes his time, throws it over to Everett. That's a nice catch, and we got 3 away here. After 2.5, it's 7-5. Alrighty, here we are, top of the third.
Back up a touch.
Now wait a minute, bottom of the third. If you're looking at these Expos, you're thinking, gosh, if they could just score 5 runs here, it's going to make this game almost out of reach, at least for another inning, mathematically, of course. 5 is the inning maximum here. Well, there's a nice rip for Chase. Right up the middle, and he'll easily take first. Now, the Expos are holding a narrow lead here, but if they could sneak 5 runs onto the board here in the bottom half of the third, they're at least safe for another inning mathematically there. It's going to be awfully tough for the Mighty Mussels to catch up here. And next up is Merrick. He rips one out into the field there. And just like that, we got 2 on. Out trots Wesley. And looks like we got time for an equipment issue. A player needs a tie issue. And the fans are growing restless. You could hear them shrieking and calling in the background here. Oh, hey, well, we got a movement. Let's take time to thank our sponsor, the Atlantic Ocean. It's right down the road, just a few minutes. And it's free. Get on down to the Atlantic Ocean. Have yourself a time. Nothing like a trip to the beach. The water is blue. The skies are blue. The sand is hot. And we're back in action. Here comes the pitch, and that one is rip foul.
Good shot. Wait for your pitch. Right over the plate. Perfect.
And that one's cranked out into the field there. Now we got 3 on. Just like that. 3 on and nobody out.
All right, number 5, put it in play.
Next up is Malcolm. He steps up to the plate. He takes a rip. That'll play 1. And it's 8-5. Nice little fielder's choice to third. We got 1 out. Way to put the ball in play and get a run on the board. Well done, Malcolm.
Okay, that's all right. Good for yours.
Clayton steps up into the box now. That one's poked towards first base. That's going to be a fielder's choice out, but it moves the runners over. 2 away, runners on second and third. Or back to the top of the lineup. Here comes Everett.
All right, boys, good base running. Let's go. Bring it up.
And Everett slaps one up the middle. That's going to score 1. And it's 9-5 Expos. Nine to 5 with 2 away. Big Benny coming up in the box.
Come on, Bennett, load up the plate.
Bennett's 1 for 2 on the day so far. He takes a wicked cut and a miss. Oh, he bloops one over towards the third baseline. That one's going to drop in and score another. 10-5 Expos. And with that last run, we've reached that magical 5-run threshold. Best that can be done is a tie within the next inning. They cannot take the lead. They can just tie it. There goes Granger. Boy, he pounds one off the middle. That's going to bring home another one, 11-5. It's a standout double.
Come on, Dinger, you can do it.
Hey, wait for your pitch, John.
Good hustle outfield.
And here's a man you don't want to see with a bunch of ducks on the pond. There's Johnny, and he takes a wicked cut and a miss. Catcher's going to confer with the equipment manager. No doubt some strategizing going on.
Johnny, wait for your pitch.
And Johnny steps out, takes a little rest, and he's back in action. Anthony toes up the rubber. Here comes the pitch, and that's another swing and a miss. Pop foul. 0-2. Here we go again. And that one's crank foul. Oh, there's one bloop along the third baseline. The fielder goes for it. Johnny skirts the tag. He's safe at first. And our runner comes home. It's 12-5. I think that's 5 runs there. I don't know. Maybe we're losing track out here on the field, but you should be switching after 5. So maybe nobody is paying attention, and Jackson steps up, wiggles the bat around, and takes a hack at it. He takes another one, and we're down 0-2. So when we tally them all up, if this does have an impact, we'll have to count the beans up and do some long division and decide. But either way, it's going to be 5 runs for the Expos. They're not sneaking any more onto the board here.
Get it down.
Hey, it doesn't matter. He strikes him out, and that'll retire the side. Well, after 3. It's Expos 12, Mighty Mussels 5. Well, moving on into the top of 4 here. There's a base hit and an overthrow, and that fella's taking second. Mighty Mussels are remaining strong. And we got some more defensive changes for the Expos here. They're switching all kinds of guys around in the infield, mixing it up, getting all kinds of guys a different look at a different angle of the field here. Boy, that was a great diving play by Granger. He almost snagged that one. You can't teach that kind of athleticism and cat-like reflex. I understand he gets some of his athletic prowess from his mother, who is a former softball player. His father, of course, is a professional surfer as well. Undoubtedly, that plays a factor into the skill behind the dish for young Granger. But hold the phone here. We got 2 on, and those Mighty Mussels are not saying die yet. Runners on the corners, nobody out. The pitch, that one's in play. Fielded by the pitcher. Throw to first. 1 run will come on in. But they did get the man at first. At this stage in the game, probably wise to be trading out for runs here. But it's 12-6 now. That one's going to drop in. Pitcher makes a nice on-point throw, but it's just not in time here. Oh, and another good effort by the catcher. He throws his glove up, but it doesn't land down. Miracle will have to live another day. That one slapped over towards third base.
Throw three.
And that'll play to run. Onward march the Mussels. That one's poked along the third baseline. It squirts through. One will come home. Another one will come home. And there's massive confusion over on the Expos side defensively. There is multiple runs across the plate. Fellas are losing track of their fundamentals there. That one's swatted foul.
Plays that first. Plays that first.
An inside pitch, and boy, he really turns on it. Look at the first baseman running a gunner, trying to track it down, and that one drops just foul. Excellent effort by the first baseman, Everett. Track that ball in the bright Florida sky, turn around, run it down, and almost caught up to it. Boy, that'd have been a way to steal it out. And that'll retire the batter. The next mighty Muscle trots out to the box here, and we're ready to go. Now, don't ever say that things move at a snail's pace over here in coach pitch. Pitch clock may be set to 20 seconds in the majors, but it feels like it's set to 2 seconds in the coach pitch league. They're running and gunning constantly over here.
Go bring your toys back. Come on. We're ready to go to those things. No, we're going to snack bar. You ready, boys? Go bring that to mommy. No, we're going to get a snack, not a present.
And he swats at it. It drops into the field of play there. They can't put the tag on the fellow advancing to third. We're safe all the way around. That's 2 on him quickly here. Here comes the payoff pitch, and he slaps it toward the third base line. That one will drop, and another runner comes across the plate here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ah, that was 5. Okay. A little bit of confusion there. So, here we are. Through 4. Expos 12, Mighty Muscles 10. Now the magic number here is 4. Again, if the Expos can score 3 runs, the Mussels can only tie it in the next top half of the inning. And if they can score 4, it's mathematically out of reach. There's a rip out to the field. And an unbelievable catch. Just a tremendous, tremendous job by the Mussels defensively. And that'll retire the first batter. Tremendous catch. Boy, is that the same fellow that snagged one earlier? Boy, he's been robbing these guys all game. Gotta give credit where credit is due, and we got one away.
And you're my master because you summoned the plants.
Well, and the second Expo goes down, isn't that 3? Yep. 2 up, 2 down.
Where's the play? Go, man! Where's the play?
He puts the wood on it, and that one bloops foul. We'll do it again. He cranks that one out into the field. And just another unbelievable defensive play. The Expos go down 1, 2, 3 here in the 4th. It's the Mighty Mussels 10, the Expos 12. Now here we are coming up to the top of the 5th inning now. We're starting to run out of daylight here. This may be all she wrote. The Mussels have got the Expos on the rope, but they need to plate a few more runs here if they want to make this one a contest and steal the lead. As of right now, it's Expos 12, Mussels 10. Cranked out to the pitcher, and he makes another tremendous catch. What a beautiful catch by Chase here. We got another defensive change for the Expos here, and the pitcher really snags one off. Excellent work. Got one away here. Just a downright beautiful snag there by Chase, and he was all over it. One away in the top of the 5th. That one's ripped up the middle of the field, and he's going to be on. Runner on first, 1 out. Expos cling to a 2-run lead. The Mighty Mussels are charging. That one's ripped over towards shortstop. The pitcher scoops it up. He bounces around. He throws it towards first. That one's going to get away, and the runners are going to advance. We've got runners coming to second and third. Job by the first baseman getting it in and holding them just to second and third on what appears to have been an early bias throw. We got runners in scoring position, and this fella could bring them both home here. Here comes the pitch. Wise take. So wing and a miss, strike 2, maybe just strike 1. You know, with the 5-pitch format here, it's very difficult. You have to bring in a rules expert to explain all the nuances and minutia of the coach pitch arena here. There are some intricacies that can get a little tricky. Hey, fans away at that one, and we got 2 away here. One more out could be all she wrote here. But these Mighty Mussels are determined. They're not called minor run Mussels. They are Mighty Mussels for a reason, and they are fighting every step of the way here. That fella takes a crack at it. It goes out towards the pitcher. Pitcher hangs onto it, looks around, scares a man back, and he throws it back to second. Now the guy on third is running home. And it's 12-11. And we got a fan yelling over towards the field. And now a debate is starting here. Was that guy allowed to run home? Should he have? Should he not have? Coaches are going to sort it out here. But let's bring a rules expert into the booth here. It would may surprise you to know I'm in fact a rules expert. Now, what qualifies me to rule on rules other than my, decade plus of softball and Little League umpiring experience? Generally, I tend to yell the loudest, and you'll find with Little League, the guy that yells the loudest and fusses the most usually wins. And there seems to be a lot of that goes on in this league here, but let's talk about the rule here. See, the league rule, now what coach is saying makes sense, like the guy threw the ball, I tried to get him out, I'm sending my runner. Sure, in the majors that's acceptable, but the league rule is here that you can only advance on a passed ball. There was no passed ball, therefore, should have been no advancing. Now, depending on what side of the line you're on, it could go either way. These coaches are going to have a healthy debate and get it all sorted out here. And we're moving on with the game here. Looks like they're going to allow it to stand. More than fair, more than generous, especially given the league rule. And we want to thank our rules expert for visiting the booth here and offering us 2 cents. It's 12-11 and the Mussels just need one more. They've been clawing and fighting their way back here in this game. He pokes that one into play. There's some base running confusion. Bennett flips it over to third and they get the out. And that's going to end the inning here. After 5.5, it's 12-11. Well, welcome back, everybody. We're down here in the bottom of the 5th, and the coaches have sorted it out. They've agreed that there is not enough time to start a new inning, but they're going to let the Expos finish out batting in the home half here at the 5th, and that'll do it. So the score is 12-11, and Expos victory is all but assured. And these are just going to be a couple of throws and hits for practice. Coach Anthony is done for the day here, and looks like they're bringing Big John from the knee back out here to win a few more balls at these guys and finish up. It's been a pretty good game so far. We'd like to thank all our fans and sponsors, the Atlantic Ocean, our rules expert for coming on into the booth here and offering us 2 cents based on his years of expertise. And of course, there are league rules for a reason, but every now and then people just like making their own thing up depending on what suits them the best. And hey, it's Little League Baseball after all. We should be able to come to a gentleman's agreement. And Malcolm takes a good healthy hack at it. And another one. Helmet goes flying off. That's 2 for the day. He's got 2 hits and 2 helmet fly-offs. And another good crack. Whacks a foul. Once hit out the middle, the pitcher makes an excellent play. A nice quick throw to first, and there's an out. And the coach behind the catcher is fired up. He pumps his fist, and he knows that is one solid out. They got 2 away. And out comes Clayton. 2 up, 2 down. He takes a pop. He pokes it into the field. The pitcher scoops it up again, makes another throw, and another out. It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Another 1-2-3 inning.
And that's going to do it here. Thank everyone for joining us. The final score, Expos 12, Mighty Mussels 11. The Expos scored 12 runs on 19 hits while putting up 3 errors, and the Mighty Mussels had 11 runs on 24 hits, posting no errors. It was a downright good ball game all the way around. And these kids should really give themselves a pat on the back, grab a snack and a Capri Sun, and enjoy the rest of their Saturday afternoon. They're going to line it up, as they do after every game, have a gentleman's handshake.
Yeah, I know, thank you.
You see that? He was busting his way through no matter what. Get out of my way, baby.
And onward they marched, slap 5, shake hands, and all around, a great game.
Kids like that's the best I've seen him play.
And that'll do it. We thank you very much for joining us and hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Until next time, we'll be signing off in South Florida. Once again, your final score, Coach Pitch Expos 12, Mighty Mussels 11. Thanks for joining us, everybody.